Hello gang, I have not long finished work. I've got my comfy clothes on and I just really fancied doing some repotting and some plant things, and I don't normally film on an evening, so this is a bit unusual, but I just really fancy doing some plant chores and I thought I'm going to film it. I've already got this Wednesday's video uploaded, I've got this Saturday's video uploaded, and I'm really liking being ahead of the game. Normally I'm kind of scrambling last minute to get a video up, so it feels nice to be prepared and organised, and I'd like to try and keep that going if I can. So that's kind of part of the reason as to why I wanted to film tonight, but I really did just want to hang out with my plants and do some repotting, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got myself a cosy cup of tea. It is very grey outside, it's very windy. We are sat next to the window and it's not shut properly because I need to go outside and like bang it shut, so the wind does kind of come through. I'm not going outside, it's raining. But I'm wearing my mic, so hopefully it doesn't pick it up too much. Isn't my cup cute? It says cup of positivity. It's from B&M. Put that over there, otherwise I'll end up with soil in it. Okay, so I've got 3 plants that I really want to repot today. They're all Anthurium and they are all from the grow tent. So they are ex-shop plants that have, well, they never sold. So they've kind of landed in my collection. I haven't like moved them out yet. Like, I don't know, there's a part of me that really wants to be able to open the shop again one day. I think it would be cool to just have some plants from like the previous shop still with us, and just to see how much they've grown, how good they're looking. Like I might do some chopping today to kind of like spread the plants out. I don't know, I'm just going to kind of see what's going on. They're all pretty rooty. One of them hasn't been repotted in, I think it's been repotted since we got it. And I think the last time we did an import for the shop was probably 2021, early 2021. That soil looks a little bit not great. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a repot. They're all gonna get Soil Ninjas, Anthurium and Orchid potting mix. Oh, I've just already made a mess, for crying out loud. I put my footstool here to like repot on. I've already made a mess on it. That was not the plan. I've got some scissors just in case I do want to chop. I've got an assortment of pots. They are all drainage pots, which is unusual for me, and Anthuriums, but these plants have always been in drainage. All of the shop's plants are, ex-shop's plants are in drainage, and for some reason that's the way my brain wants them to stay. So that is how they will stay. Hang on. Let me show you the plants we're working with first. So, we have this guy who does have a yellow leaf. Oh, that's harder to pull off than I thought it was. It's got 5 leaves, the yellow one included. This one is also making its way out. And then I think this one was the one after that. I love the sinus on this one. It's so like swoopy and pink. And then was this one? This one was the next one after that. Oh wait, yeah, this one was the next one after that. And then there was this one, which is really, I really love this Anthurium. It has an inflow, voice. It has an inflow on the way. It's already bloomed twice and I have collected the pollen. I don't know if I want it to bloom again, to be honest. I might actually chop it off just because there's a leaf here There's a leaf just here trying to come out, and it just doesn't seem to be doing that. Oh, it doesn't seem to be doing that. I feel like it's just pushing out flowers. But having said that, when this one does flower, at a certain stage, I'm not really sure what it is, I haven't quite retained which stage it is, there's a really nice smell, and it's really strong, and like at one point I can smell it without even opening the grow tent. It was really, it got to a point where I was a bit like, whew, that's a bit pungent, but when it's not really strong, it was a really nice smell. I don't officially know what this is. It was sold to us as a Anthurium papillilaminum. It's definitely not like just a pure Anthurium papillilaminum. I have tried seeking out getting this ID'd. Obviously with Anthurium IDs, there are so many like hybrids and crosses and genetics kind of spread all over. I don't think you can ever really be truly sure of what an ID is. Like, even if you were at like the conception of the seed, how do you know the mother and father plant are what they say they are? Like, I don't think you can really know these days. There's been so much hybridization within Anthuriums. But having spoken to like a few collectors, it does look a lot like the Anthurium velvet moira cross, which is papillilaminum and subsignatum, I think. It has a lot of similar qualities, but I don't know. It's got kind of like reddy, pinky, coral toned stems that are circular. It's got pinky red veining and a margin. The leaves are kind of a dark lime green. I don't know what it is, but I do really love it, and every time it pushes out a new leaf at the moment, it looks slightly different to the one before, and I really enjoy it. And this is the root system, so I gave it a pot extension once upon a time. This is what the leaves are looking like, and it is starting to pop at the bottom, which I know is not, oh, I just broke that. I know it's not always a sign that you need to repot, but I don't really want it growing out the bottom. It is starting to circle the base of the pot, and I think that's more of a sign that it needs to be repotted. So there is that one. Then I've got this one. Oh, and I love this one. I think it's either like an Anthurium crystallinum or it's an Anthurium crystallinum mag, like cross with a magnificum. I don't officially know. This one is the one that's not been repotted since it arrived, and look, that looks manky, doesn't it? That looks really, really grim in there. Really grim. So I'm looking forward to repotting that. This like lid has been in there to try and stabilize it at one point when it was like leaning over. Right, let's talk about the leaves. So this one's the oldest one. It's definitely losing its color. And then there's this one also kind of losing its color. This is one of my favorite leaves. It's a really dark leafed Anthurium with a gorgeous sheen to it. The margin is really pinky red. The petioles are really deep, like maroon red. This is its newest leaf, which hasn't completely finished hardening off, I don't think. And it's kind of had to grow out onto this one. So it's got a little like kink in it here. You can kind of see the sheen. They come out really, really red, the leaves on these ones. I'll try and find a photo. It's really beautiful, and I feel like, I don't know if it'll capture it, but the red of the like margin bleeds in a little bit here on the silver veining. It's really, really cool. Let's see the back. It is in flower, in bloom. I haven't really noticed the smell on this one. It is in the male pollen stage. I will probably collect some. I don't know, I've never been very successful with pollinating anthuriums, and I can feel like my motivation to collect pollen dwindling because of that. This other one is also in bloom, also in the male stage. This one was another one that was imported as a papilolaminum. Clearly it's not a papilolaminum. This is the oldest leaf, which is dying off. And then this was the next leaf. Quite liked how like slinky and like slim this one was. And then there was this one, which I really love the shape again. Kind of like long, but like long and narrow, but also like a bit chunky. And this was the one that its sinus was partially fused, but do you know what I've noticed is that it's almost split itself. I don't know if that's going to be like picking up on camera, but it is fused, but it's almost like the fuse has started to split. And this one's also got these little like silver bubbles on it, which is really interesting and I really like. It is working on a new leaf. Well, that looks kind of dry. Don't know what's happening there. And this one really does need a repot. It's very rooty. So I'm looking forward to getting it repotted. I think I slept funny last night. Like my back is really hurting and so is my neck. I wanted to be sat on the floor, but I'm actually just really not comfortable. So I'm sorry if I'm all like cranky. I don't know how to do this. Oh, do you know what? I have an idea. Ow. I was just wondering what was sticking into my back, and it's my euphorbia, which is spiky. I don't want, ow, ow, I don't want that pricking me. Oh no. Look. I got a spike in me. Woo! Oh god. The bottom of my pot like popped up and made me jump just as I was about to grab this. Ooh. Prickly. Okay. Just pull my jumper down. Okay, shall we get on with it then? Right. I am going to start by taking off the pot extender. This is one that I think I would like to chop. I think. I feel like the stem is going to be quite big. Oh god. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be to get out. Woo! It's out! Wow! I was going to say, I'm not really going to break up the roots, but I'm going to need to see the chunk inside. So here we go. So what is making me stop and pause as to whether I want to break this up is I can see that last time I didn't break it up, and like this section underneath is it's from the previous pot. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I thought that soil looked too nice. Pretty sure that's a Soil Ninja blend. I know the pot extender bit definitely was. Oh, what do I do? Well, I'm just going to see how far I get. feel like untangling roots is probably one of my least favourite things about this hobby. I want to try and sit up a bit. Yeah, it's definitely one of my least favourite things. I would much rather just leave the root ball intact, give it a little bit of a squeeze, and then repot around it, kind of backfill the pot and stuff. That is my preferred repotting method. I don't like doing this. I just find it a bit tedious, I think, as opposed to anything else. Oh, look at that. You see this like really chunky, healthy root system? That's from one of the new roots that have come out of the top. Honestly, those top roots, if you can with Anthurium, either do the pot extender like what was on the top of here in any way you can, or like just cover it with moss or something, because those roots are amazing. They are amazing at just rooting and just going and growing. So, you know, I showed you that like middle mass of roots, like you can kind of differentiate. All of these ones that are like new, that are hanging off now, are from this top section. I could chop and keep that root system in check, and there will be like so many growth points on that chunk. But I'm kind of intrigued, like I want to see more of the chunk. I'll fast forward this bit. I'll see you in a minute. Okay gang, I am going to chop it because I've just found a growth point that I can see will definitely activate. So, ooh, this feels good and terrifying. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Let me see if I can. I don't reckon I'll be able to. So just here above this finger even, is a growth point. I'm going to chop above that and have two of these words. Oh my god, okay. Woo! That was harder to chop than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now I've just got to like detangle both sets of roots. Woo! And I might even have to do like a bit of root trimming off of the bottom one, because there we go. That root system's a lot for that chunk. So this big one is left with these, like this root system, and I'm pretty pleased with that root system. I think it'll be okay. It might stop putting out the new leaf that it's working on out of stress. I don't know. I might get rid of this old leaf. And I can see that there is another growth point on there. And another one. And another one. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this old leaf here. That can go in the leaf skeleton pile. Oh, and there's another. You see this little point here? That's a growth point. Cool, okay, so I will pop that one up. Might even be able to go in a similar size pot to what it was in. Oh, it's not, because it's going to need like a wider one, slightly wider one, because it was in a taller one, wasn't it? I wonder if I put this one in no drainage. Not very long in there. I feel like this pot is too big for the root system, but it is also not. And I know the Soil Ninja soil is nice and airy, so I think it'll probably be okay. I'm just gonna leave it to like callus over slightly and have a little look at this chunk down here and think about whether I need to like root trim or what. I imagine there's probably more growth points. Yeah, there is. There's another one underneath. It just doesn't need all of these roots, does it? It's gonna look so silly. Okay, it looks like a bird's nest. I am gonna trim some of this birds. I am gonna trim some of this off because it just looks ridiculous. It looks so silly, and it definitely doesn't need all of that root system. It just feels wrong, you know, like chopping the roots off. But it'll be fine. It's still a massive root system. But hopefully it'll push out. I mean, it'd be amazing if both of those growth points could activate. That would be really, really good. Right. So, like I said, Soil Ninja's Anthurium and Orchid potting mix is so chunky. Like, I know it'll be okay. I know it'll be happy. I almost can't tell where the chunk is. It's this bit here. Just looks like a pot of chunky moss. Not chunky moss, chunky soil. Right, let's get some more of this in here. I don't know why I'm using my hands. I've got my shovel. Let's pot up the top. Yeah, I'd say that was nicely calloused over enough. You guys, at the time of recording this, I have 998 subscribers. That is 2 away from 1,000. Not that I don't think you can't do that maths, but 2 away from 1,000. Like, how insane is that? I can't believe it. Like, when I started this YouTube channel, obviously, like, the goal was to get to like 1,000. Like, I really, really wanted that. It felt so unobtainable, and now I'm 2 away from it. Like, I can't believe it. And I've been thinking, like, I was talking to Steve about it over the weekend. He was like, I don't really get it, like, what's going to happen when you get to 1,000? And I was like, well, I mean, 1, that's a huge milestone. 2, it means I can be monetized, which, you know, wasn't the goal for my channel. Like, I'm not creating videos just to earn money. Like, that's so far, like, down on the list of why I'm doing this. But it's a nice perk. Like, the amount of hours I've spent doing this over the last 13 months, 14 months, however long, it'd be nice to earn a little bit of money for all of that. But he was like, no, like, but are you going to celebrate? Like, what, like you're counting down to it, but like, what are you going to do when you get to it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how to celebrate, but it should be something that I celebrate. So I would love to hear your ideas. As I've said, I've already got this Wednesday's and this Saturday's video up. So, I mean, I do wonder if by the time this video goes up next week, whether I'll have hit the 1,000. I would like to think that in a week I'll have got 2 new subscribers, but we never know. But if you've got any suggestions of how I could celebrate, I would love to hear it. Like, do I don't know, do a special plant order? Do I drive somewhere that I've always wanted to like visit and go to like a planty place? I don't know, like, what should I do? I would love to do like a giveaway, but I know a lot of you, or like a good portion of you, are from the UK, but there's a lot of you that are not, and I would feel bad like only catering, like if it was a plant giveaway, like only being able to cater to like the UK people. So I don't know, pop your suggestions in the comments. I'm open to ideas, but I think I would like to celebrate. It feels like a massive achievement. Okay, there she is, all potted up, looking very happy. I'll pop that one over there. I feel like I just need to like stretch my legs out. Oh, I'm getting pins and needles. And wiggle my back. Ooh. Oh, I've been recording for like 40 minutes. That took longer than I thought it was gonna. That's because I had to break up all the roots, wasn't it? Oh, I'm getting pricked in the back. Okay, next I want to do this one. Oh, ow. This one also had a pot extender, but it didn't really extend all that much. How easy is this one going to be? I think I'm going to chop the inflow off of this one. Woo! There she goes. Why is this one wetter than that one? That's interesting. So here's this one's root system, circling around the bottom. I think I will chop this one as well because you can see how long the stem is there. But, oh, do I want to chop it? Because that pot extender was not doing a very good job. You can see, hopefully, that there's only like this root that's kind of gone down into the soil. So let's see how far that stem actually goes. Let's see what we're working with. I feel like the flower bouncing around is ridiculous. Oh, I don't know what I want to do with this one. What should I do, gang? Should I chop it? Should I not? I just don't know. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's loads of growth points on this one. I mean, that bodes well for the bottom section, but there really isn't. Like, if I hold it against like my black jumper and black hair, can you see? So this is the bottom of the chunk. And I suppose I could cut here, but then that just leaves kind of this root and this one and this one. And obviously, yeah, these come down here and they branch out, but it's not a lot of a root system for the rest of like the main bit of plant. Ah, the inflow just touched my head. Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I chop you or do I not? I'm gonna chop off the inflow a minute because it's bugging me bouncing around. There we go. So if I chopped it, this is the root system the top bit would have. Does that look like enough? Do you know what? I'm gonna go and get my like X-Acto knife thing, because I think if I can be a bit more precise with the cut, I think I could do it. Right, that honestly took way too long. I need to sort out my plant stuff. Like literally just running around like a headless chicken trying to find this. And it has a home. Was it in it? No. I've been thinking about doing like a declutter with me ADHD chaos kind of video, like how I try and organize my plant stuff. Right, okay, so I think I'm probably going to end up cutting through a growth point, but basically there's a growth point here, a growth point just around here, there's also one there and one down here, and there's some on this like top section too, but those four down there, that's kind of around the area that I want to cut, and I know I'm going to slice through one of them, or maybe I don't need to, I just need to be extra vigilant. I'm going to do it and I will update you. My battery's dying, so I've no idea if you saw any of that, but I think I've done it. I think I've done it, chaps. Okay. Now to just try and separate these two root systems. There's definitely going to be some root breakage here. Woo! Hey, look at that! That worked out quite well. So I've saved a growth point here, and there's a growth point right there, right on the edge. And I think there might even be a couple of other little possible ones underneath. That is amazing. That's a nice root system for that one. I'm impressed with that. And this is a nice root system for this one. Fantastic! Way to go me! Oh, I'm really proud of myself. Right, I'm going to pot these up, and then I think I might have to put my camera on charge and then come back to do the third one. And I might even lose you whilst I'm potting these up, so I'm sorry if that happens. I will try to be quick. Oh yeah, that's a good size. I'm so glad I'm doing this. Like, I have wanted to do this for ages, like probably over a year. Like actually genuinely probably over a year. I've just not been brave enough. Ooh, flinging dead roots around. Gotta pot them in. Oh, my back is really hurting. Just really want this one to sit far enough in that all of the stem goes in. All right, well, let's pot her up. Why do I make this so hard for myself? I always end up doing this, like holding the plant, holding the pot and like potting in the air. Ridiculous. A ridiculous way to repot. But it works for me. There we go, that's that one done. Looking all happy. Right, let's see if I can get the bottom bit done before the battery clunks out. Oh, my back is killing. I am running very low on my Anthurium and orchid soil, so I might not actually be able to do the third one today. That's probably the one that needed the repot the most. I'll have to see if I can make up any substrate that would be similar so that I can come back and finish it. There we go. Got my little stump potted up. Okay. Oh, I wonder if when this video is up, if I do have 1,000 subscribers, maybe you can go on an ad break now. Hey, I'm back. Did the advert work? How exciting if it did. The camera's charged for a little bit. Hopefully it just lasts while I can get this final one done. I have got some soil components to make up some more soil for that one, and I did put the dishwasher on, which probably wasn't the best idea, but it's happened, so I'm sorry if you can hear it. Right, okay, so we've got another Anthurium with an inflow. Again, I'm going to chop this one off because I'm over it. I'm over collecting pollen for now. I've got so many different types of Anthurium pollen that I don't need any more. Like, I've got so much in the fridge. I don't actually know how long it lasts in the fridge, but not in the fridge, in the freezer. But I have enough in there to last me all the future attempts that I might have. And a lot of my Anthuriums have like only just started flowering like this year, and I don't know if they should really be encouraged to be to produce seeds when they're that young still. Right, let's see what we're working with. Again, this was one that that had like a lot of the chunk was not in the substrate, which is just so silly. Like, I should definitely try to get it more in the substrate. I am making such a mess. I really need to make sure that I finish this like in the next 10 minutes tops, so that I can tidy up before Steve gets home. Not that he minds like me doing plant stuff, obviously, but I've completely blocked a walkway here from, like, you have to walk through our living room to get to our kitchen, and I'm in the way. It'll be very annoying for him to have to like clamber over me. So this is what we're working with. There are some old dead roots in here, like this one here, and I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. I don't know how much I would have removed them when it was first imported, and like I said, I don't think I've unpotted this one since it was an import. But there's also lots of really healthy ones. Like, can you see the kind of new, the pinky orangey red ones? Pretty cool, aren't they? This chunk is super like calloused over, so it'll be really hard to see where any new possible growth points are. And to be completely honest, I don't know if there is any. Like, it's so hard to see. I don't think I'm going to chop this one, you know. I think I'm just going to give it some fresh soil and repot it in a much deeper way. Like, it's ridiculous that the chunk is this long and the majority of the roots start down here. Like, there's only really one that's at the top. Okay. Right, what pot? No, I don't want you in that one. Oh yeah, you'll do. Okay. So, let me see if I can finish using. I reckon I'm going to need a little bit more. So, I've got some Soil Ninja Cocoa Coir, which I'm just going to sprinkle in. Love this stuff. Gives a really nice like base. I'm definitely going to have to put an order in with the Soil Ninja team. I have got a link for Soil Ninja. I know if you're a regular viewer you will know that already, but if you're not, it's in the description. Just put in some perlite. This is dusty stuff. What's this? So yeah, it gives a percentage off of your total order. I say a percentage because it used to be 10% off. Oh, probably not good for you, is it? Breathing in all that dust. Yeah, I say a percentage because sometimes it's like 10%, sometimes it's 15%. They change it kind of randomly throughout the months, so I don't always know. And like, I don't want to say it gives you 10% off and then it not. So it will give you a percentage off. And like sometimes the code works for just new customers only. Like it's hard because they change it, and that's fine. They can change it. Oh, that's really got stuck in my throat. Right. Oh, I just love how dark these leaves are. They are so stunning. It did really upset me when, like, this is my favourite leaf and then this is the new leaf. Like, why did you have to come out facing the opposite way to each other? Like, for goodness sake. Oh yeah, I know. All of these Anthurium are going to be so happy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle. Oh, the perlite's really got in my throat. I'm gonna sprinkle on some great white mycorrhizal inoculant, however you pronounce that word, just to like support the roots, get the nutrients from the soil in. Soil Ninja put worm castings in all of their soil blends, and worm castings are a really good like natural a natural fertilizer for plants. So I'll put some myco in, encourage the microbiome in the soil, and give these guys a water. There we go. Cute. Oh, it's so nice to have all of them potted up properly. Whew. Okay, that's going to be it. I'm so happy to have those Anthuriums repotted and some of them chopped. Like, that has been on my to-do list for so long. I'm going to tidy up. I'm going to clear away, get this walkway nice and usable for when my husband gets home. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. We're on like the YouTube platform to let YouTube know that this is a video that people are enjoying. And if you did enjoy it and you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I put plant content out like this every week, and I would love to have you as a part of this community that we're growing here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!